guys, charmedwench here and welcome back to my channel. And as you can tell that we are quite zoomed in and I have a very naked face, and the title of today's video is going to be an easy natural wedding makeup. So I thought I'd give it a go and have a little play with some more natural, soft, subtle type of makeup and see how that goes, because I still am yet undecided on to what makeup I should have for my wedding. I just don't know. So I'm going to film a couple of videos and see how I feel about the makeup in each video, and then decide as and when. And it kind of gives me an idea and gives me time to practice, because it's literally 5 weeks now to the wedding and I still do not know what I'm doing with my hair or my makeup. So we're just going to practice together and just see what happens in the end. So if you want to see me create a simple, easy wedding makeup, then I guess carry on watching. Right, so I'm just going to grip this. You know, I attempted a style today. This is not what I would wear on, you know, what I'll be wearing on the wedding day by any means, but I'm just going to pin that back just so that I can apply. My roots really need doing as well, guys, but I'm kind of holding off on that just until the wedding. I'm just going to pin that back out of the way so I can get some foundation on, and I will run you through every single step of this. I will speed up like my foundation application while I'm pouncing my skin with my beauty blender. It's actually not a beauty blender, this is the Aldi version of the beauty blender, and I really like them. I like them so much I've been and bought a couple because they were reduced to 99p and they're really, really good. So highly recommend the Aldi beauty blenders. So yeah, I'll talk you through each step as I do it, which is kind of like you getting to see me how I apply my base makeup. So should we just get on with it? And there's a couple of new things that I'm going to try as well, which I haven't already. So the first thing that I haven't tried that we're going to try out is the Porefessional Pearl Primer. Now I got this tester in, I think it was Birchbox. And I thought it might be nice because it says it makes your skin look smooth and brightened and all that jazz. So we're going to give that a go on this one as a primer. It says to smooth all over your face for added brightening, or use alone under makeup as a primer. Okay, let's just go in with that and see what that's like. I've never used a Porefessional before, so this will be something new. Smells really nice. Smells really nice. I don't know how much is enough though. So I'm just going to whack it all over. I'm going to apply a little bit more to this area down the nose because that's where the light hits. So we're just going to go with that. So that's all rubbed in. So that's our primer done. Ooh, and I lost the lid, so I'm going to have to find that in a minute. Right, now foundation at the minute, because I have a slight tan and I haven't bought my wedding foundation yet. I don't know what to buy. I don't know which one to buy. So any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. But we're just going in with the MIlani Conceal and Perfect. And I do like this foundation, but I don't know whether my tan will have faded by the wedding, so we're just gonna splodge it on and blend it in, and that's what we're using for our foundation. So I will speed this up. One thing I will quickly say before I speed this up again, when you're using a beauty blender, I've seen so many people do this and it kind of, I don't understand why they do it. It's kind of like, I've seen like people, when you have a beauty blender, you have to bounce it, like pounce it on your skin, so you're kind of pressing it into the skin. Don't sweep and wipe, because the product you're literally putting on, you're kind of wiping off. So if I could give it any tip on beauty blenders and applying foundation, it would be pounce it. Do not drag and wipe with a beauty blender, because you're just kind of defeating the object of a beauty blender, because that's not how they're meant to be used. If you want to swipe and rub it on your skin, then I suggest using a brush, but for a beauty blender, just literally bash your skin to bits. You know, beat that face, as they say. So that is all I've got to say about that, and I will carry on speeding this up. now that the foundation is on, and I think my tan is starting to fade a little bit because it does look slightly darker, but by the time I've finished with everything it'll be fine. So that was the foundation. Concealer, I am just going to go in with the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, and hope that I've got enough to do this video because I've nearly run out. So we're just going to go with it and see what we've got. So you'll see where I apply it. I will speed it up slightly. You'll see where I apply it, and then I use the same technique with a beauty blender and pounce it into my skin. Right, now that that is on, I have recently started baking my under eye area, and it does seem to work really well for holding on my makeup, so I'm going to do that today. Something a bit different. So we're using the BellePierre banana powder, and we just get a junk load of that and we just pat it under the eye. Kind of find that it feels like it really sets everything in place, like in your under. I mean, normally I would use more concealer, but because I'm nearly out of concealer at the minute, we're just going with what we got. So I also do a little bit just along the jawline, only very slightly, nothing major, just a little bit down here, set there. Looks extreme now, but when you've finished it, it doesn't look as extreme. And I'm new to this whole baking thing, so don't come at me in the comments, because I never used to bake until recently, and I'm just literally just trying it out at the minute. So there, so that is that will do. And I'm absolutely covered in banana powder now, but right, so we'll leave that for a minute. Now I've got the bake on and I've left it on a little bit. I am going to actually brush that off, and then I will contour. So it has been on longer than you guys realise, because obviously I've cut a little bit out because I was just faffing around and I wasn't sure what I was going to do next. So I'm going to brush the bake off because I don't like to leave it on too long, but it's been a little bit, so I'm going to brush it off. And obviously by brushing it on to where you've added it, it's kind of setting the foundation as well. So there we go, that is that. And now I'm going to go on to contour, and I'm using, oh gosh, I'm covered in banana powder. So I'm going to use the Revolution Iconics palette, the Revolution Iconic Lights and Contour Pro palette. This is what Lady Marwa sent me as a gift, and I kind of gave up my old beat up one and started using this one the other day. So we're going to contour with this. So I usually contour with this sort of shade. It's not too dark and defined, it's that one there. That's usually what I contour with, so I'm just going to stick to that for now. And it's a really nice contour palette, this is. So with my contour I always do along the cheek and then along the edge of the hairline, and that's about the only places that I contour myself. I don't do my nose or anything like that. I just keep it simple. And this is a simple, easy wedding makeup. You don't have to contour if you don't want to. You can just leave it as it is, or you can contour. It's entirely up to you. So you could keep your base makeup however you want and then just follow the eye look if you want. So what I might do is I might leave my contour like that, and I might just bronze my forehead instead of contouring it with the contour shade. I want to keep it kind of nice and soft like that. So I am going to bronze with the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. The lovely Julie Barber sent me this and I love it. It smells amazing, it feels amazing, and I'm probably going to hit pan soon on it, which really makes me sad. But if you've never tried this, you really need to try this. It's so pretty. So I'm going to bronze with this, and it's a nice light one. It's not too heavy and dark, but it gives you a really nice glow, but not like too bronzed glow. It's just more natural. It's really nice, and it just smells so good. It smells amazing. So like I said, I'm going to keep this kind of like as natural as I possibly can, because I don't want to look too sculpted, I guess, like just a more natural, softer look. So that's what I'm going to do for bronzer. And now I'm going to do some brows, and we are just going to do something super easy. I'm just going to use a powder, she says, if she can find it. Right, I think I've forgot my brow powder, so I'm just going to use this brow powder. It's just a brown brow powder I've had for like ever, and I don't use it. It was the one that I did the tester of the stamp on. I don't know whether anybody remembers, but it was an epic fail with the stamp, but the actual powder is really nice. So I'm going to stick with that powder, and I'm going to apply that to my brows now. Because I'm keeping it like a more natural, subtle makeup, that's why I'm going in with powder rather than the pomade I would normally use. Just purely going to keep it nice and simple and soft and subtle, rather than my brows like sort of being in your face like they usually are. It's just more like filling in the patchy parts with this kind of eyebrow look, rather than you actually drawing your eyebrows bigger. So I'm going to keep it nice and soft, just like that. Nothing more, nothing less. Nice and simple. Just going to give them a quick brush through as well, just so they're nice and neat and all in place, like that. Okay, so now we have done brows. We're going to go on to eyes, and I'm going to use, it was one or two palettes. I was going to use the Modern Renaissance or the Chocolate Bar, and I think I'm going to go with the Modern Renaissance because it's one of my favourites, and there's a lot of neutral shades in there, shades that I can use and I know will work really nice for a nice subtle eyeshadow look. So we're going to go with Modern Renaissance. So first thing I'm going to do is take the colour Tempera, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid, because obviously you guys saw me apply the foundation, and we want to set that as well so that we're ready for all the base makeup we're going to put on. All the base makeup, all the eyeshadow. So yeah, this is one of my, I love this palette. This palette comes out more in autumn, and obviously you guys know I'm getting married in 5 weeks, so I could go for like an autumnal sort of look maybe. I don't know though, because I suppose it can be whatever I want it to be. I don't have to stick to the norm. I'm not exactly the normal kind of person, so we'll see what happens. Okay, for our transition shade, we're going to go into this colour here, which is Warm Taupe, and we're just going to do that in the crease area and blend it out. So literally just keep it in the crease and just back and forward, windscreen wiper motions to apply it. This is like an angle brush that I'm using, so it just makes it easier for me to get into my crease. area and it be more blended. So that's the brush that I use for that. And I generally use this sort of quite big angle brush. This is it just has an angle, oh, it's a look good feel better angle brush, that's what it is. So we're going to keep this nice and natural, keep the colours all browns, no crazy colours, because I know a lot of brides on their wedding day, they tend to want to stick towards the sort of more natural look. So that's what we're going to do. And it's super easy, and we're only going to use a couple of shades, and you've probably got these shades in any palette that you own at home. It doesn't have to be this one, it's just all nice neutral brown shades. So we're just going to keep it nice and soft. Even right down to the highlight, it's going to be like a subtle sort of highlight. It's not going to be anything like crazy. I'd say we cut a crease, but I'm not sure whether I'd want to cut a crease or whether I'll just put the shade on the inner corner of the eyelid and keep the outer corners darker, which is what I'm thinking in my head, because it's what I've done before when I've done like wedding makeup on people, sort of kept it nice and natural and just stuck with the nice brown tones. So this is a Precision Beauty brush. It's an eyeshadow brush, but I got it from TK Maxx, and it's really nice for blending, and it's a short brush. It's not fluffy, but it's kind of like really good for smoky eyes. So we're kind of doing a brown smoky eye, I guess. So we're going to go in now with the shade Cypress Umber, but we're going to be very, very careful in the amount we add of this because we want to keep it a little bit more subtle. So I will build up the colour to a nice natural tone rather than whack it on. So just apply it in that crease, and again just blend it all together, backwards and forwards sweeping motions, and I tend to do a little bit of a circular motion myself as well. That's just my personal preference with eyeshadow, and we're just building up that colour. I mean, I put quite a bit on there, but I can blend that out because I haven't put too much on. Less is more to begin with. Don't pack it on, do it nice and slow and build up the colour till you're really, really happy with how it looks. So I'm going to speed this a little bit up so you get to see me do both eyes, but if there's anything you want to ask, just ask me in the comments below and I will answer. Right, now that we've done that, I am going to put a shade on the inner corner, and I think I'm going to go with the shimmer shade, but I'm not going to cut the crease. I'm just literally going to pack on the shimmer shade, which is this Vermeer colour here, that colour. So it's soft but not, and it's not too much in your face kind of colour. So we're going to go in with the Vermeer now and just press that onto the inner corner like you're cutting the crease, but we're going to keep it so it's just literally nice, subtle, soft eye look. There's no harsh cut creases, it's all soft. And I'm just using a flat packing brush just to press that colour onto the inner corner so it's just nice and natural. So I'm just taking a clean, tiny little fluffy brush now just to blend those two colours together, the dark and the Vermeer. I'm just going to use my fluffy brush now and just sort of blend them together so that they look nice and soft and natural. If I feel like I need to add any more eyeshadow, I can, but because I want it to be really nice and soft, I think I'm actually going to leave it there as it is. It's nice and soft on the edges, it's all blended out nicely, there's no harsh sharp lines, it's all soft and romantic sort of looking eye makeup. So now I've done that, I am going to do just a simple eyeliner. I'm not going to do anything crazy, just a line along the eyelid, that's it. No wings, flicks, nothing. It's going to be super soft, super easy, and yeah, hopefully super romantic looking. So I'll do that and I'll be back shortly. Right, I don't know whether my camera overheated and missed any, so I'm going to tell you again. I use Ciate Fierce Flicks to apply just a really fine line of eyeliner, and now I'm going to go in with just a black eyeshadow. You can use any eyeshadow for this. I'm just going to use a black eyeshadow just to fill in where I've done, because I've really done a fine eyeliner rather than a thick one, so it's more soft and natural looking. So I didn't want it to be like super crazy, so I'm just going to use the black just to give it a nice soft edge, and it just makes it look more finished. And like I always say, it sets it for the day. So if you're getting married, you want your makeup to last. I think I'm going to get some waterproof mascara. Never really used waterproof mascara, but I really think that I'm definitely going to need it. So we're going to have to invest in some of that. So any recommendations on the best waterproof mascara out there, then let me know, because I think I definitely need some. So yeah, just a little tiny angle brush, dipped in your black eyeshadow, any black eyeshadow will do, and just sort of run it along the edges, and it just makes it look softer and neater and just more finished. And that's why I literally do it all the time. Looks much softer now. Like that. See how much more softer and more like romantic-y looking it looks. I think it's much better. So now we are gonna go with, we're gonna use this Model Co 3D Lash primer, and then we're gonna go in with the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast. I don't think I'm going to put lashes on for this, but you can just use like a wispy soft lash and it would probably look really nice. But I think for this I'm going to just purely use my own lashes. So I'm just going to apply the primer. And now that that's on, I'm going to go in with the Thick and Fast from Soap and Glory. I do really think that the lash primer does make my lashes look a little bit thicker, and that's why I quite like it. So I don't use it all the time, but I just thought it would be nice for this look because I'm not using false lashes. I definitely will be wearing false lashes on my wedding day. I'm not having individuals or anything like that. I'm literally purely going to use false lashes, a full set. But I don't know what set yet. I want something really romantic and fluffy, I think, and long, because I don't have very long lashes. So I may put some mascara on the bottom in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a brush. Let me just find one. she says. So I'm just going to take a small angle brush again. So I'm going to take this small angle brush again, and I'm just going to take the Cypress Umber and I'm just going to run it in the outer corner area here, just below the lower lash line, just so it finishes that eye, looks nice and soft. Only in the outer corner area, not all the way through, because it'll just look like too much then. So just there, just in the outer corner, it just looks like it brings the eye together and it just finishes the look. More for the eyeshadow than anything else, it just looks more finished, and that's just the way I feel about it. You could smudge it down a little bit more, but I do like it to be a little bit more defined on the outer corner, just like that. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, if I can find it, this little nudie stick here. Now, because you don't want it to be too, you know, bright on your under eye, you could use a NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, but I'm going to keep it soft, and I'm going with this Bare Necessities highlighting pencil by Jelly Pong Pong. Now it says highlighting pencil, but it's a really nice skin tone sort of colour to just pop in your waterline, and it just looks more natural rather than there being a big harsh white line in your waterline. As you can see, it's like a pinky toned, so it looks nice and natural and just sort of finishes the eye look off like that. And it also, because it's slightly highlighting, it sort of brightens the eye up as well. So I go in with that. I will put a little bit of mascara on the lower lash lines, but I don't think I'll bring it all the way across. I'll just more focus it on this outer lash here. I don't know, that's just, I'm just feeling that right now. So just so it just looks nice and pretty and romantically soft looking. Because I don't generally on the daily put mascara on my lower lash line usually, because I have quite long spidery lashes, and I think it looks really weird if you go all the way, you know, all the way in and have these big spiders hanging down from your eyes. That's just my personal preference on how I feel about it, but everybody's different, and you're all allowed to wear your makeup exactly how you want to wear it, and don't let anybody tell you any different. Next we're going to go in with a bit of highlighter. I think this is all over the place a little bit, this makeup look, but I think it's coming together quite nicely. It's kind of like, I knew in my head what I kind of wanted to do, but I'm just sort of sitting up here with you guys and sort of running through it as I go. So blush. So we want something really soft, so I don't want to go in with anything too heavy. So we're going to go in with this NYC Mosaic Pink Cheek Glow sort of blush, but we're literally hardly going to use it. We're just going to use a little bit of that, not loads, because we don't want to look like a clown. So we're just going to keep it nice and soft, so it's just enough for you to see that bit of flush on your skin, if you can see it just there, but not too much, because you, like I say, you don't want to look like you've been slapped in the face. Nice soft natural glow, and you can always go over the top. If you've gone too heavy with your blush, you can always go over the top with a powder just to bring the colour down. I think Lipstick Nick uses that sort of tip. I forgot what she calls it, but it's like creates a veil over the top of the blush and looks a little bit more softer and more subtle. So there you go, there's another tip. Right, now we're going to go in with highlighter. I hope this video doesn't bore you guys too much. I haven't really spoken about the wedding as such. It's been more focused on makeup, but I will be doing an update video on the wedding soon, so stay tuned for that. So we're going in with this Pixie by Petra. It is a peach honey. It's a duo blush highlighter, but I kind of just, it's more for me like a really nice pretty natural highlighter. So I just thought it would be perfect for this look, because it just gives you a bit of a glow rather than like a more soft romantic glow rather than a blinding glow, and it's just enough. You can see it when it sometimes hits the light. It's not too overpowering, it's just nice and soft. We'll do a little bit on the nose and a little bit on the lip, I might pop a little bit there on the brow, but nothing crazy, because we want it to be nice and soft and natural and really romantic. I wonder whether, you know, have a drink every time I say romantic in this video. So yeah, you can see that sort of glow, but it's not too much and it's not too in your face. So that's why I wanted to go with that one. Right, so for lips, we are going to try out another new product that I've not tried. I've had it in my drawer for ages and I just thought, what better time to try it on this wedding makeup. So this is the Rose Quartz Youth Defense Lip Plump. So, you know, who doesn't want a bit of a thicker lip when they get married? It says that you can use it underneath lipstick as well. Smooth evenly over lips as needed. May be used under lipstick or alone. So we're going to apply it and see what happens, eh? Because this is like, I literally not used this, so I don't know what it's going to be like. So it is gonna, it's very pepperminty. And it smells like something else. What is that smell? I don't know, it smells like something familiar. So we'll give that a minute. I can feel it starting to work. Obviously it's the peppermint in it that's gonna plump your lips up. What else does it contain? It just says boost, plump, glow. Glow. Grow. Okay, we'll see how that goes, but I am going to go over the top of it because it's kind of like a gloss. I'm just going to go over the top with a, what is this? This is Maybelline New York Tantalizing Taupe. Wanted to keep it nice and neutral, so I went in with this nice taupey natural coloured lipstick. Like, we'll see it on my lips in a second. So I'm just going to apply that and see how it looks. I think because of the plumping stuff, it's not really, the lipstick's not showing up, so I'm just going to remove the plumping stuff because we don't really need it, but and then I can apply the lipstick properly. Right, plumping stuff removed. Now we're going to go in with this lipstick and see what it looks like. So that is that. It is a nice, I will do a swatch of it so you guys, it is so like neutral. You could probably use a more brownie shade if you wanted to, but that's what it looks like in a swatch. And that's what it looks like on my lips. So it's really, really natural and soft. It smells really good too. So yeah, I think we're there. I think that's our easy makeup, wedding makeup look complete. I think we're there. So yeah, that is my simple, soft, romantic, easy makeup look for a wedding. You could use this as a guest, you could use this as a bride. It's super easy, super natural, and it just looks really, really nice when it's finished. What do you guys think? Would you wear this if you're a bride? Should I wear this if I'm a bride? Well, I am going to be a bride in 5 weeks. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and also let me know what you think I should do makeup wise. Should I do something a little bit more crazy with the colour, or should I do something with a brighter lip and keep these sort of eyes? What do you guys think? So yeah, that is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe and see what else there is to come. And if you like this look, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If there's anything you think I should have added, anything you think I shouldn't have done, let me know, because I'm all ears, because I'm totally stumped with this wedding stuff, especially with makeup. I just don't know what to do. So yeah, that is it. I will leave you guys be, and I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I will see you all on Monday.